Guys, Bionic Lemon here, back with another video. In today's video, we will be making Shim. I wanted to do a little something different, a little something wacky, so, I thought a cooking video would be a pretty cool idea. Now, the ingredients we'll be using are shrimp, of course, Cajun sausage, red bell pepper, green and yellow onion, tomato sauce, Cajun seasoning, paprika, crushed red pepper, garlic powder, salt, and of course some adobo. Can't go without adobo. Now, I actually got the idea for Shim from this reel I seen on Insta where someone was making something called snert, and it looks like shit. So I was joking with my girl about something called Shim. Now, Shim is a mixture of sausage, shrimp, and veggies, fried, blended up, and seasoned. Then you add it to tomato sauce and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I'd also like to take the time to thank Mountain Dew Spark for being the source of caffeine for this video. It goes hard, genuinely one of my favorite flavors. Now, the first thing I do whenever I cook is cut the veggies, but before cutting them, make sure you really wash those veggies, really wash them good. They're dirty. They're so dirty. I mean, it's like they're begging to be manhandled. They're on their knees, right? You can see them, they're pleading, begging to be treated like a dirty little. After washing away the sins of the unrighteous, we prep the counter for cutting, set our cutting board down, and hone our knife. Now, fun fact, the stick that comes with a knife set isn't actually a sharpener. It merely keeps the edge of the blade straight for supreme cutting. Also, most people don't know this, but spinning the knife like I'm doing in the video actually pleases the food gods, and they sprinkle a little bit of happiness onto your food. Now, I flipped the camera around to the other side because I figured it'd give you a better view. Also, you get to see my super drippy Sonic slippers. Look at those motherfuckers, man. I'm wearing those Sonic slippers during most of the videos, by the way. 80% of the videos I record, I'm wearing those Sonic slippers. They're really comfy. You also get to see my terrible cutting form. Don't worry, if it makes you feel better, this isn't a proper chef's knife either. This knife set was probably $40. Aside from viewings that would make Gordon Ramsay cry, I also didn't know what size I should be cutting everything to. I figured since they're going into a dipping sauce kind of deal, that making them small, but not too small, would be what I'm aiming for. So pea-sized maybe. I honestly, this shit was planned within a day, so, And while you're cooking, guys, remember to clean throughout the cooking process so that you don't have a huge fucking mess to clean at the end. It saves a lot of time, and honestly, having a cleaner space while you cook is just, it's way better. And to anyone who will be like, oh, well, if you're gonna cook, just be cleaner, don't be messy, da-da-da. If you ever cooked before, my child, you know that there's a mess coming. It's inevitable. We're also going to clean and de-thaw the shrimp because they weren't done thawing by the time I was ready to cook. If you're wondering what this is, it's me checking the shrimp for a little bit of poopy. If the factory left a little bit of poopy in there. And hey, if you have a scat fetish, right? More power to you, man. But I personally prefer my fecal matter in the toilet. But, after cleaning and detailing the shrimp, I start to fry them. I don't exactly remember why I was putting them in one by one like this. Probably to avoid, splashing or something. I don't fucking know, man. And first, I go in with, some garlic powder. Alright, then some adobo, some Cajun seasoning, some paprika. Right? I was going a bit heavy on them because it's going in a sauce. Right? So you need all the flavor. You need all that good flavor to be potent enough to stand out amongst all the liquid. After removing the shrimp, we throw in the veggies. While they caramelize, I start cutting the sausage. Now, this is the smallest amount of sausage I could find. This is, I don't know. I don't know why they don't just sell, sausage. You know what I mean? You can't sell, but even with the small amount of sausage I bought, I still had to cut it in half because it would have been too much to throw the whole thing in there. After the veggies were done, I threw them in a blender with shrimp and sausage and got this kind of weird cat food looking amalgamation. Now, it's the best cat food, I've ever seen, personally. But, I just thought that was a pretty astute observation on my end. I turned the heat on, though, and threw in some tomato sauce and experimented with various amounts of sauce and seasonings until, I just felt like the vibes were right. I feel like that's like a good 40% of cooking, just making sure the vibes are right. And finally, it was done. I let it cool for a while and cooked some breadsticks to try with it, because I just felt like breadsticks would be a good, simple thing to try first. I was gonna do some Texas toast, even though I don't agree with calling it Texas toast. It's just garlic bread with, cheese, or whatever. It's actually not too bad. I might want to add a little bit of sugar, just because I feel like there's not enough sweetness in it. I really like, like my tomato-based sauce to be sweet, even without it. It's really fucking good. But yeah, it was really good. I actually really liked it. I didn't finish it because I just made so fucking much, but it was good. Yeah, at least it was way better than you would expect ground shrimp and sausage to be. I feel like I really cooked, because I was able to make this thing that shouldn't exist taste so well. I feel like I might have cooked too good. There might be mystic chefs coming from distant lands to end me after I upload this video. I didn't know what to do for the outro, so I just threw in a random clip of me testing my new drawing tablet. I'm planning on making a video on it pretty soon, so look out for that. But other than that, if you like the video, leave a fucking like. And if you want more quality content by me, myself, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.